Welcome back, Dragons. How are you? And hello, Sagittarius. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis. I am a professional tarot reader and studying to become a Western astrologer. Today, we're going to be taking a look at your December 2023 reading. I'm going to go ahead and do a Celtic cross. If you have not already, make sure that you go ahead and turn on the little notification bell. That will let you know every single time that I go live or when I post a video. Subscribe, obviously. I'd love to have you if you're not subscribed. Let me know how you think that this is going to play out in the comment section below, and also like the video because it obviously supports my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at December 2023 for you, Sagittarius. All right, so I love this deck. This is one of my favorites. Make sure that you're looking for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. We have the Four of Cups. Interesting. I had a dream about this card last night, so that's kind of weird. The Page of Swords in reverse. I kind of want to say be cautious of your mental health this week. This month. The Death card, the Empress. Okay, love that. The Ten of Pentacles. Actually, let's put this over here. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Mystery card. Sorry, these cards are so damn big. The High Priestess in reverse and the Three of Cups. The theme for the reading is the Karmic Release in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse, which tells me that you're having a hard time making a decision around something because you don't want to let it go. Now, as you can see, we do have the Four of Cups and the Page of Swords in reverse, which is essentially telling me that you're disappointed or you feel like you're about to be disappointed based around something that you're basically assuming to be true. I do like the Death card right there. This is for the month of November and what transpired during that time. So something did end, something did come to a close, but it was something that was maybe a little bit out of your control. In the future, place right here, we have the Empress. So this is telling me that you're simply creating something. You're looking really good at this time. I feel like a lot of you are very much like focused on self-care this month. And then the Ten of Pentacles, you have a lot of money on your mind and like where it is that you're going in your life. So this is all about your legacy, right? Like what do you want to create for yourself to live a better life? The Seven of Pentacles is in reverse and it's in the subconscious. So I definitely feel like this is more of a fear is what I'm getting, a fear of wasting your time, a fear of something not being able to grow in the way that you want it. I think I just want to say like stick to your guns is what I'm getting on an intuitive level. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now this is your advice. So I find it interesting because you have the Empress in the upright. Be careful of pregnancies for some of you if you're not trying to get pregnant or not trying to get somebody else pregnant. But the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can talk about somebody who's not taking care of themselves, somebody who's insecure because of their financial situation, somebody, I heard Aries. I'm not sure why I heard that. I keep like hearing Aries in my head. So check to see like where in your natal chart Aries is. I know we have North Node and Chiron there right now. So we're also about to have a whole bunch of eclipses there, so it doesn't really surprise me. I just want to say, like, be cautious of your finances this month, and just make sure that you're taking care of yourself is more so what I'm getting. Then we have this little mystery card. So this is about like external forces and what's going on around you. I'm kind of getting like a mystery, as in you don't really know what's going on, or you feel like you can't really see the forest for the trees. Neptune is about to go direct. I want to say on December 6th, I believe it is. So I kind of feel like this has something to do with Neptune. Then we do have the High Priestess in reverse right here, which is your fears and your hopes. So this could be a sense of you being afraid that you're not going to live up to your potential, or maybe you're afraid that somebody's keeping a secret from you. Maybe you're afraid something might come out. You know, it could be a plethora of things. Obviously, we have to clarify. And then the Three of Cups here does tell me that maybe you're reconciling with somebody, maybe you're coming together with someone. Maybe you're just hanging out with friends and like, you know, kind of leaning on a friend for support. So let's take a look at that Four of Cups with the Page of Swords in reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles. So what I'm getting with this is that you're kind of like making assumptions around some kind of opportunity that is being offered to you, or maybe you feel like somebody else is maybe you feel like somebody else is trying to offer something to you, but it's not showing up in the package that you like is what I'm getting. Because it's like with the Four of Cups, it's this isn't good enough, or this isn't what I want. It's not really up to par. It's not really up to your standard, but that's what you're assuming because something is showing up in like a small package and you're thinking, yeah, that'll never be it. I feel like you're wrong. I do. I hate to say that, but it's kind of like, you know, when you have somebody that approaches you and they're not usually your type, and then later down the line, you're like, oh my God, like this person is really, I really like this person, you know, because look, 7-7, oh God. 7-7. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Swords. So keep in mind, Seven of Pentacles in reverse is in your subconscious. And I told you that I think that you have some kind of fear of like being afraid that you are going to somehow waste your time with somebody else or somebody's going to waste your time. Listen, I say this a million times a day, I feel like, but anybody that watches my channel, you know that I believe that saying something is a waste of time is a waste of your time. If you didn't learn anything from it, then that is a choice, right? So with that Seven of Swords, it's just very much makes me feel like you're in protective mode. So maybe you went through a breakup, maybe you went through something and you're just really apprehensive. Of course, it doesn't have to be love. Keep that in mind. So then we have the Death card, which is obviously in the past. So let's go ahead and take a look. The Knight of Swords and the King of Cups in reverse. To me, this is you finding out some information that really kind of changed everything. You have the Fool here with the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is kind of giving me like you jumped into something that you didn't realize was maybe not like the best move. Maybe you did so naively. Naively, is that a word? Maybe you did so without like having the full picture or having the full story. And so some kind of information that I feel like you learned, or some kind of information that was spilt to you, or something that somebody said, you're realizing wasn't necessarily true, is what this is making me feel like. And you're like, wow, you know, and maybe you were the one that did that. I don't know. Reverse it if you need to, right? But yeah, it's just making me feel like, you know what, this had to end. This isn't for me. I realize that somebody's lying, or I realize somebody is not what they're made out to be, or who they made themselves out to be. And that's what I'm kind of getting with this card. This is giving me like Neptune. So maybe the rose-colored glasses are just starting to slowly like dissipate or disappear. Then in the future energy, we have the Empress. So let's take a look at that. Tell me about that Empress card. The Knight of Cups in reverse. The Five of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Well, that's interesting because you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is on your mind for the month of December. So your focus is very much on like what it is that you want, your legacy, what you want to leave behind, or what it is that genuinely makes you happy. You know, like where do you see yourself in 10 years? And there's some kind of like manipulation maybe, or something that happened in the past that is actually giving you a glow up vibe, because that Empress is all about beauty, right? It's Venus. It's about harmonizing, it's beauty. And it's like, it's interesting as well, because if you look, you see that the Empress, she's looking away from the past. So this is why this is making me feel like this is some kind of glow up. So if you had a divorce, if your business failed, right? If something failed that you thought was going to be around for a long time, you're just like, you know what? I'm going to make something out of this. I'm going to transmute this energy. And that's exactly what you're doing. And it could be through some kind of creativity as well. So creative pursuits might be at the forefront for you this month. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles for what's going on in your headspace. Tell me about that 10 of Pentacles. The King of Swords. So you're thinking very logically, you know, the Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Magician here. So for some of you, maybe you're feeling like you don't necessarily have the resources to make something happen. However, you do have the talent, gifts, skills, abilities, and intention is what it looks like. I think that you're just afraid you don't really have like the financial support, or maybe the support from a specific person in your life. But I don't really think it matters. I'm not saying that it doesn't matter. Like, I get it. We all want to be supported by a certain person or by people, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like with where your mindset is at, your mind is in the right place. So sometimes that's all it really takes, right? Because it's like, yeah, we can have all the intention in the world, but if our mind's not in an alignment with what it is that we want, then we're probably not going to get it, because we're not going to be taking action to get that thing. So this to me makes me feel like for some of you, you're actually asking an advisor in regards to like where you want to invest your money, or where you want to put your money, or what you need to do with all this talent, gift, skill, and ability, and like where you want to take it. You know, maybe you're an actor, maybe you're an actress, and you're like, hey, this is where I want to be in 10 years. And you talk to an acting coach, this is where I want to be in 10 years. How can you get me there? You know, it can be something like that as well. So keep that in mind. So let's see what's going on in that subconscious with that Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me about that Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse, the Fool and the Knight of Pentacles. So now you're kind of getting to this point where you're realizing maybe a slow and methodical pace will be more viable for you, just because I think that you maybe jumped into something in the past that wasn't really for you, and that kind of tripped you up a little bit. I think that you realize that now. You may be like realizing that somebody just wanted your attention, or you just wanted somebody else's attention, and it wasn't really something substantial, or it wasn't something that you could plant in the ground and water and like grow, because it was really just a weed and it, backfired basically. So now you're kind of thinking, okay, well, I learned my lesson, right? Yeah, look, Six of Swords right behind that. So I love that. So you're like, I learned my lesson. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't need to jump into anything without my head screwed on. And so you're making decisions with your head screwed on clearly, because you can see that King of Swords there in your headspace. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. The Queen of Swords and the Chariot. So this is about being decisive, is what this feels like to me. This is about being decisive. This is also about taking what it is that you learned, right? And applying it to your day to day. And I'll tell you why. So the Queen of Swords, right? She's kind of a hardcore bitch. Okay, let's just be honest. She's kind of hardcore in the tarot. But the reason why she is that way is because she's been through a lot of crap in her life. She's been through a lot of crap, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna use my logical brain now, because clearly my heart wasn't getting me anywhere. It doesn't mean that she's mean. The Queen of Swords in the upright is actually quite fair and just, and she does what she thinks is right. But she's learned a lot. She had to take her time to really get there. And so now this is kind of telling you, like, hey, this is why you need to focus on your self-help. I don't know if you need to read a self-help book, if you need to focus on your mental health, etc. There may be something going on in regards to your mental health that could be making you paranoid, that could be making you feel like, I don't know who I am and I don't know where I'm going and blah, blah, blah. Maybe because of something that tripped you up in the past. And there's a lot of maybe insecurities that you're kind of harboring. But this is saying, like, it's okay. Just take what it is that you learned from the situation and try to practice and apply it every day. I mean, that sometimes that's the only way that you can do it, right? How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. It's like something that you've learned, apply it to like your everyday life and like little tiny circumstances. So, like, for instance, if you have trouble asking for what it is that you want, right? And maybe you go to the grocery store and you buy something and you go in the checkout and the clerk is like, okay, would you like a bag? Because it's just like one item. And you really do want a bag, but you feel like it's stupid, or you feel like you'd be inconveniencing someone. So you're like, oh, no, don't worry about it. And then you walk out, but you really wanted the bag, It could be something as small as that. Like, just say, yes, I would like a bag, please. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just trying to give you an example. So let's go ahead and take a look at this little mystery card, which I believe is very Neptunian. Tell me about that mystery card. The Chariot. Okay, so water energy, the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Cups, which is Neptune. I mean, it's Saturn and Pisces, the 8 of Cups, but Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, like you. You're not ruled by Neptune. Sorry, I want to make that clear. Just Jupiter. Okay, so sorry about that. 8 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. This is something external from you. I feel like you have somebody that's kind of coming out of the blue. I feel like this is somebody that maybe you have walked away from before because it was something that was too hard. This could also be something that you were trying to pursue and you kind of were feeling like, oh God, like, this is too much. I have too much on my plate right now. I really can't deal with this, but I feel like there's another opportunity to kind of revisit this. So I'm wondering for some of you if this is about Mercury retrograde. You guys are going to be having Mercury go retrograde in December. After it goes retrograde in Capricorn, it's going to fall back in you. So it's going to fall back to you. So you're going to be having it go retrograde. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be going retrograde. Yes. Sorry. Hold on. Let me focus for a second. So it's going to be going retrograde in your second house, right? Sorry, I like totally had a brain fart there. It's going to go retrograde in your second house. So this is about your self-worth, your self-value, what it is that you feel like you're worth, the things that you need to prioritize, and then it's going to go back into your first house of self. So this is about like my morals, my values, the things that I prioritize, you know, is this conducive to me, right? And my overall well being? Is this something that I need to pay my mind to, right? Is this something that I need to spend my money on? Is this something that I need to invest into? It's definitely like food for thought, but I do believe that there's some kind of opportunity kind of coming back around in some way. But you might end up being like, no, I can't really do this right now because you have a lot on your plate. I just want one more for the mystery card. This is something about your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. I want to get advice. The Fool. I think that you should probably take it. I'm only saying that because I have the Chariot, I have the Magician, and the Fool. So there's some kind of opportunity for you to be able to kind of explore your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. And like I said, on that card, I was feeling Neptune. And Neptune can be about like film, acting. Like I said before, it can be about film, acting. You know, it can be about the arts, it can be about creativity. And I feel like you have something creative that is being offered to you that you can pursue if you'd like to. You just have to take it. But I think that you also are wondering, like, well, what is my worth? What do I want to get out of this? So, speaking of Neptune, here we have the High Priestess. Tell me about that High Priestess, please. The Three of Cups. Wow, interesting. And then we have the Three of Cups. So something that you want, you're gonna get. Yeah, look, the Nine of Cups. It's something that you didn't get before. It's like maybe something you walked away from or that walked away from you or it didn't fall through. It's like now you're getting it or you want to get it. And I feel like you do. I kind of want to say like this month it might be the people that you know. It might be like somebody that you know that kind of helps you out in some way. So I think there's a little bit of fear here of like getting to know other people, of kind of letting yourself be seen in some way, you know, which really isn't a Sagittarius trait, but maybe there's something about that. You know, maybe it's like the past kind of hunkering you down in some way. I do want to say, keep in mind that with this energy for the month of December, I mean, this is your center. So you're getting some kind of opportunity that I feel like could be very viable to you. But remember, you're like assuming that it's not going to be good enough when the Page of Pentacles eventually grows into the King or the Queen of Pentacles. So, I mean, and it's in the upright. So I can't really say anything negative about it. So keep that in mind. Don't miss out of like fear of, you know, what happened in the past. You have the Three of Cups here. Can you tell me about the Three of Cups for Sagittarius? Last shuffle. The Knight of Pentacles. The Death card and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is an opportunity for transformation and change. This is the opportunity where you can finally evolve yourself, evolve your career, evolve your financial situation. And it's not necessarily going to be what you know, although yes, of course, that's always a factor, right? But this is also going to be about who you know. So if you do have an opportunity to get together with people, like-minded people, right? Like maybe you're a writer and you wrote a book, but you want to get the right publishing company, and then you meet another author and they're like, oh yeah, they, you know, did mine and I sold freaking, I don't know, 20,000 books, you know, whatever. I don't know. But it is going to tell you that you are going to have to put in the work. It's going to take time. You know, it's going to take time, but you can succeed at whatever this is. Your advice is observation. So this is like watch and learn is kind of what I'm getting here. Like, how does something work? How can I make this work for me? I do also feel like because you have that Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords in your mind frame, you are very focused on where it is that you're trying to end up. And I kind of want to say like pay attention like as you go on, right? It's like, okay, yes, we can be focused on the end goal, but like pay attention and learn as you go, because I think that you're going to learn a lot. And don't disregard something just because it seems small at first. It looks like it's going to turn into something bigger than you ever imagined. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for your time. Make sure that you guys hit the little notification bell so that way you can get notified every time that I go live or every time that I post a video. Please like the video if you have not. It obviously helps my channel tremendously. And let me know how this is playing out in the comment section for you down below. And subscribe if you have not. I would obviously love to have you. Once again, Sagittarius, thank you and the absolute best of luck to you. Bye.